Hi and welcome to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman Roulette and we're in Sapienza. Now again, like last week, I'm using the Hitman 2 Legacy maps, so I had to be a little bit selective in regards to how to do these roulettes. For instance, I can't pick a starting location that I haven't unlocked yet, so in this instance I've picked the default starting location for the roulette. So what we're doing is we're starting in the main square. We're going to kill Silvio Caruso with a falling object as the butler, and we're going to be eliminating Francesca de Santis with a sniper rifle disguised as biolab security. We're going to exit via the car, and I haven't done this in a contract, so we are going to take out the virus as well. So first of all, we're going to go into the ICA safe house and we're just going to pick up some coins I've smuggled in. Just a little change that's happened in the Legacy pack. They've decided to put coins in a briefcase right under that table and I don't like it. It wouldn't be bad if the suitcase or the briefcase was a bit more accessible, but it's really hard to get at them. So I hope the devs will look at that, because it would be better if it was a bit easier to grab hold of. Anyway, we're going to throw the briefcase down here and we're going to go into the kitchen area and through these doors. We're going to throw the briefcase there, pick it back up and drop a coin. The idea being that we're going to lure a mansion staff member in and he's going to investigate the noise and he's going to see the coin. Now, you don't necessarily have to drop the coin, but I just find that a good way of securing the lure, whereas if it just goes for the briefcase and you pick the briefcase up, sometimes he might not go all the way over. So it depends how much you want to take the risk. If you lure the other one as well, he drops a can of expired spaghetti, so that's good if you want to use it for a knockout. So again, you've got plenty of choices there. From here, what we're going to do is get the butler disguise. So we're going to jump through this window on the left. Don't worry about him, he is an enforcer, but he doesn't turn left, so as long as you don't walk straight into him, you won't be caught. We're going to knock this woman out, and we're going to drag a body into a crate. From here, we are just going to lure the butler into the room we've just come through, in the sense that we're going to throw the briefcase and that will create a distraction that the butler will hear. Now, I have had a bit of a bugbear with Hitman 2 so far in that audio distractions don't appear to be working. I'm not exactly sure if it's an official bug or if it's just something that I'm struggling with, but I've used a few types of audio distractions, such as the actual audio distraction device, or if I've used Napoleon blown apart, and they aren't actually working like they did in the previous game. So I'm a little bit bugged by that, because I'm thinking, why doesn't that work? So that's why I've used the briefcase and coins, because I think it's more reliable. But if in a later date the Napoleon or the ICA audio distraction device starts working properly, I would advise using them over the briefcase coin technique, just for speed if anything. So we're going to change into the butler disguise, and we're actually going to go into the observatory area now. I was going to jump through that window and then I realised there's an enforcer there, so that's a no-no. I tried going this way, but there's a difficulty in avoiding the cameras, so I didn't get caught this time, but do be careful because there's one right above that door and there's one above this door here. So make sure you take a very specific path to avoid them. Use instinct if you have to. So I'm going to get the pistol out, and there's a camera just above this door. If I don't shoot it out and I'm spotted, I will get caught, so it's got to be taken out. At this point, what I'm going to do is get rid of two guards who are going to be a bit of a pain. So I'm getting a coin out and I'm going to throw it into that general area. That's going to move one guard, and as soon as he goes for the coin, I can knock him out with the briefcase. I'm then going to go into the observatory and knock the second guard out, who's just not looking in this direction at all. So there we go. I actually thought I'd nudged him a little bit there. I was worried he'd turn around and I'd have a face-to-face knockout, but I was lucky that didn't happen. So I changed disguise here, but I don't necessarily need to do that. I just did it partly because of the point system. You get 25 for a fresh disguise. But also, there is it's the kitchen chef. He walks in that little area down there. And I thought to myself that if he looks up and sees me running, he's less likely to get suspicious if he sees a mansion security guy running around than the butler. So it's a small little reason, but you don't necessarily need to do it. So at this point, what we're going to do is just set up Silvio's kill. So I'm just picking up the goodies that guard dropped, and really at this point all I've got to do now is actually get Silvio moving. So we're going to shoot this panel here, that will get him heading towards the observatory. I did forget my briefcase, so I'm going back for that as well. And all I've got to do is wait until he's in position now, because all I've got to do is drop the solar system on him. If you've played the game before, you'll know exactly what that challenge is, but as you can see, just line the shot up, and as soon as you think he's underneath it using the mini-map, take the shot. So that's Silvio down, and that's an easy kill. You know, as soon as I saw the roulette falling object, straight away I knew which challenge to use, especially with Butler. So from here, we're going to take another camera out. Again, you will get caught if you don't take it out. And we're going to throw the explosive golf ball at the door. If you haven't noticed, I've not got breach charges or disposable scramblers, so the only alternative I've found is using loud explosives. So I've run straight up here just to get away from the hubbub around there where they're all wondering what's going on. I've thrown the briefcase up here because that's where we're going to be using it. And we're going to take out a camera. From here, we're also going to go up a floor and we're going to just get rid of this security guard. Now, at this point, I was looking in my inventory because I'd hoped I picked up a crowbar, but I didn't. So I had to improvise a little bit with this guard. So I'm going to just walk to the right hand edge of this rooftop, pull my pistol out and leg shot him. I'm then going to move a bit closer to knock him out. Ideally, you'd have a brick, a crowbar, or even the briefcase itself, which you can use to knock him out, but in this instance, I didn't. So from here, what we're going to do, I'm going to pick the brick up just so I don't need a knockout tool again, and I'm going to just destroy the surveillance, because we've got a bit of time with Francesca, and equally I've got a bit of time before I can get into the biolab. So as you can see, there's a guard just coming through into this little area. And he's a bit annoying because he waits there. So what I do is I throw a coin, and throwing the coin means he'll go to investigate it. He does report it, so you do have to wait a second, but it's not as long a wait as if you just waited for him to go back to his other position. Not to mention, it gets him out of the room so that you can actually shoot the surveillance. If you did it the other way around and just waited for him to go back to the cameras, then it'd be a case of he'd hear the bullet go in. So overall, I prefer the coin technique. I didn't use it in one of my previous takes, and thinking back, I don't know why I didn't. I actually changed back to the Butler disguise at this point, and I'm not sure why, because it's more illegal. So, yeah, that was interesting. So, we've got this disguise on, and what we're going to do, as you can see, Francesca's still quite a way away, so we're going to go and get the biolab security disguise. The sniper rifle's already on the roof, so we don't need to go and do anything with that. So, like I say, all we're doing is going down to the biolab. The difficulty at this point, as I'm sure anyone who's played the game will know, it's in master difficulty or professional difficulty for Hitman 2016. You've got 2 biolab guards here, and it's a little bit tricky just in that you've got to time their routes well. You can't knock one out if it's a little early. As you can see, I used peekaboo there by accident. I didn't intend to use it, but it did work to my advantage. So that guard comes over, just wondering what he saw. As soon as he turns around, I can throw the brick at him. And then that gives me quite a bit of room to walk around and subdue the other guard. So yeah, I didn't intend to do this, but it wasn't bad in the end that I did. So yeah, as soon as this guy turns around, we're going to subdue him, and we're going to put both bodies into the crate before we leave. Simple reason being, if anyone comes down that tunnel, like a biolab scientist or anything like that, we are found, so we're not going to leave bodies lying around. If you're a good shot on this game, I would consider taking out the virus now, just in the sense that if you think you can get up and down in good time, you might want to take the shot, but I'm not 100% convinced you can do it on Hitman 2 now. I actually had a little experimentation with this where I brought the sniper rifle down here to take out the virus, and not only have they altered it so that there is an NPC just behind the virus now, so if you use a sniper rifle they get shot, but also I've just found that the glass is a little bit tougher to break, because I did actually try shooting Francesca in the biolab itself. So yeah, I would advise trying it there if you can do it, but I haven't been able to do it, so yeah, it's entirely to your discretion if you want to take it out there and then. The difficulty in doing that is Francesca will go down to the biolab as well, so you would have to be fast getting up to here because she will start making her way down. So in hindsight, I wouldn't shoot it there and then, but if you think you can get up to her in time, it's your call again. So she's leaning over a desk, her bodyguard's walking away. Let's knock her out, and let's knock the bodyguard out as well. this is a bit of a fast moment because we've got to drag Francesca's body a little bit to begin with, just so that she isn't in plain sight. Next, we've got to move the bodyguard because there is a guard who will come in here, and if that guard comes in here and sees a body, we're stuffed. Next, we're going to move Francesca for the same reasons. We can't have a body in the room. So I use instinct just to check, and then I'm going to drag a body into this room here. I did actually try once to leave her in this room and the body got found. So you've got to be really careful how you move Francesca around because, as you can see, the guard's already walked in, and the priority system in the game now appears to be weapons, briefcase. So I'm grateful for that because obviously if he'd taken the briefcase away I would have had to follow him. So sniper rifle, that's alright, we've still got access to that. That's the concern anyway, and we've still got it, so yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Francesca now, and we're going to just drag her into a more secluded area. Now, for those of you who are thinking, sniper rifle, why have you done it like this? Simple reason is, I haven't got a silenced sniper rifle. If I had, what I'd have been tempted to do is lure her down to the biolab and shoot her just before she gets to the ground floor. But I was unable to do that. Like I say, I haven't got a silent sniper rifle, so the only option I had was to use the loud sniper rifle I've got. And that isn't ideal again, just for the fact that, like I say, you've got to drag a body, you've got to make sure she's out of sight, but it works in the end, it's just not ideal. So, as you can see, got the sniper rifle in my hand. It's an illegal weapon in whatever disguise you wear now, so that's something to keep in mind. Just going to take the headshot and put her straight in the crate. Drop the sniper rifle as well, just so that if you run out you haven't got to drop it somewhere. So that's it, the 2 targets are down, all we've got to do now is the virus. And I really wish there was a simple way to take it out, because if I could have taken it out beforehand I would have done, but the thing is that would have moved Francesca. She'd have gone on a completely different route. So the ideal route is to just go and deal with it afterwards. But it just means you've got to go down, and then to exit via the car you've got to go back up. So it isn't ideal, any of this. I'm not blind to that. So I'm getting the pistol out, and it's for one simple reason. I'm going to use the jump glitch where I can hop off this little balcony and get down to the next floor. Saying that, I'm not going to do that. I thought I was going to do that, hence why I got the pistol out. What I'm actually going to do is set up my exit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a rubber duck by this very weak wall, and that way I've got a quick way to get through to Sapienza. So I'm going to drop the duck here, I'm just going to check there's no NPCs in the area, and just walk a safe distance away before detonating. So that will alert the guards in the area, that is for certain. I also dropped the briefcase there because I haven't got any real need for it. And yeah, what I'm going to do from here is just destroy the virus. If anything, I thought it'd be wise to detonate beforehand because it would send more guards in that direction and less in this direction. So it's sort of worked. So get the pistol out, that guard's moving away, shoot the stalactite and it'll drop onto the virus, and that's all objectives completed. So the difficulty, as I've said, from here is actually getting out of here. There isn't a suitable disguise that can just get you through because, as you can see, there's a lot of enforcers even wearing biolab security. And if, say, I changed to a scientist, the problem wouldn't have gone away. It's just a very awkward area to walk around. In hindsight, I would have been tempted to have gone through the ruins and got out that way. The difficulty is there, you're going further away from where you want to be. So there really isn't an ideal solution to this. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm just trying to keep an eye on 3 or 4 enforcers who could just happen to start walking this way. As you can see, a little bit of suspicion there. It's such a random occurrence, the suspicion, you don't know where they're going to go. So the best thing I can advise is find a little spot like this where you're likely not to get spotted and just stick there. If you want to try and weave your way around enforcers, by all means give it a go, because I'd rather do that than be waiting here and adding on time. But I can't say with any conviction you won't get caught doing that. It's like I run here and I think, oh, can I do it? And then I just see a little bit of suspicion. I think, no. Yeah, I played chicken and I would have got run over. So, yeah, it is possible, but I would take your time as well. I mean, as you can see, the coast is clear now, searching's over. so I'll just make my way across. I wasn't looking where I was going and I nearly walked into 2 enforcers, but yeah, if you time it better than I did, you won't have that problem. So we're going through the hole in the wall, and we're in Sapienza. So that's the challenge completed, and all I'm doing now is making my way to the car. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this route, or if you've enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. I'm aiming to get 5 likes on as many videos as I can, just for the fact that I've been getting 1-2 likes here and there, but it'd be nice to get a new number like 5, so if we can get to 5, I'd really love that. And if you're enjoying Hitman 2, Hitman Roulette, or just anything Hitman related, subscribe to the channel, as I'm releasing a lot of videos related to Hitman 2 especially. On Mondays I also do Hitman for Noobs, and I do a live stream for Hitman 2 on Tuesdays, so plenty of content to go around. Other than that, all I've got to say is thank you for watching. This has been Josh from JJ's Productions. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.